Hello, welcome to this short demo. So I wanted to show you what some of the new AI updates for ChatGPT are. These are very recent, in the last few days. Actually, the first one, which is to do with images, was released 2 days ago, April 15th. And then the one for the new um, models was released actually yesterday. Okay, so in this demo, I want to show you a few things that have come up with OpenAI. OpenAI is the owner of ChatGPT. Okay, so the first one is going to do with images. Before, when you had to create an image, we had to go to this the three dots, which is view more tools. We had here create image and then canvas, but that has been removed. And now, in order to create it, you either can just actually ask it or create a prompt here. Let me just you can create a prompt here, say create an image that shows the logo for Microsoft. I'm giving this example because I used this yesterday as an image, so I just want to continue with that. Microsoft Teams logo, and to it, add another logo that shows um, an AI not taking up or tool. Not taking tool, I call it tool. Okay. So, and then you can say, I want it to appear on the, you don't have to go into actually these details, but I'm going to add it. I want it to, I want one logo. Let's say I want one logo a logo for Teams to appear on the left-hand side, plus the other logo on the right-hand side. Okay. Words to be Microsoft Teams, plus the other one, AI AI not taking tool. So let's see what it creates. Remember, you always have to, here in this case, because I'm going to show you the difference of how to do this. In this case, because we are now using a new, we're creating this prompt within a new chat. This is called a chat. You have to give it the instruction, create an image. Okay. So then I click on that. It takes a little bit. I'm okay that now actually it takes a little bit of time, because before it used to create the image a little bit faster, but the images weren't of good quality, so you had to go back several times. And I'll show you the tools that we can use to actually edit the image in some ways. And you had to do that a couple of times. But now I like that it takes a little bit longer, which is okay. But I think it's using the deep thinking, which is the reasoning. Okay. Using the deep reasoning or thinking. As you see, I'm clicking here. If you see the bottom, I'm clicking on the button that says reason and says think before responding. So it's now using that and thinking a little bit more before it responds. And I think we're okay with that, because since it started doing this, this was actually a little bit after DeepSeek. If you know anyone, if you know the other AI app called DeepSeek, which was made actually by some Chinese entrepreneur. And they came out with that already, that deep reasoning. Okay. So ChatGPT also developed one. Actually, they may have had it because it came out so fast. But it seems they implemented it immediately. They called it, it's changed. Now they call it Reason. Before it was deep thinking or something like that, or deep research. I think it was deep research. But now they've changed it. So it takes a little bit of time, like I said, but it's creating. So you see that? Um, it's come out with that. All right. So here, as you see, you can hardly see the background. The background is, you know, the background is what's the word? It's almost white. It's a very light beige. Okay. I think you, as an audience, you wouldn't be able to differentiate it. I can, but hardly. So, what you do, if you want to edit the image, you click on it like this. And then once you click on it, it's going to give you additional tools, which are these, where it's going to ask you either you can say you like it or you don't, dislike, or you can select an area to edit, or you can save it or download it. Okay, that's what that means. And this means usually if you want to share the image with someone, or let's say you're in a team, you can share it. So here for me, what I want to do is, because right now it's okay, the background is okay. I mean, sorry, the background is not okay. I need it to be updated. However, I'm okay with the images themselves. Okay. What I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just have it um, just have it add something. So I'm going to say add a plus sign, because I wasn't explicit about that, plus sign in between the two logos. Why do I want a plus sign between the two logos? I want to show that these work together, meaning, actually, I'm going to do it different. Add an arrow, an arrow sign like this. I'm going to use the plus and then that, and I'm going to do that sign in between the two logos to indicate that the transcript of the meeting notes is taken by Microsoft Teams, and um, it is later. I'll say manipulated, but I could get a better word. Manipulated or um or organized, better organized. I'll say better organized by the AI not picking up. So let me give you some context here. Yesterday, I posted on my socials how most of us, people who are working, especially in organizations, small businesses actually are very flexible, but let's say bigger organizations, they tend to use Microsoft. Why? Because most use Microsoft Office with all its other apps, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and everything else, Microsoft Teams, and everything else. Okay. So you find that most organizations prefer to use Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is the equivalent of Zoom. It's the virtual meeting app for Microsoft. Unfortunately, it hasn't been developed to whereby the notes are more intuitive. So it has the ability to record the video itself. That's great. And it has the ability to record the notes or create a transcript. But what it does is that it literally just, which is a good thing, but it's not very useful. Like you can't get that transcript and send it to the team, right? If, for example, if you're a project manager or a business owner or just someone who's managing a team and you're taking notes from, or you have to provide follow-up notes, right, from a meeting, you can't just give that to people because all it does is that just say this one say that, this one say that. It's word for word. It's a transcript, literally. Okay. But if you are using a note-taking tool, AI, what happens is that um, it will be able to create the transcript for you. And then from the transcript, it gives you the ability to actually do with that transcript however you want. You can create summaries, you can create action items, you can create anything from it, anything else. So the summaries you can have a short or detailed, okay? Um, the action items you can have a combination of where you have the summary, short or detailed, plus the action items at the end that show what was discussed, who is going to do what, okay? And those action items, you can also request that it shows you who was assigned to do what task within or what action, okay, within that. And you can send that out as a very nice formatted summary of the meeting notes, unlike the Microsoft transcript, okay? So that's why I'm using it as an example, just to give you context. Anyway, so in yesterday though, I had used a plus sign. Right now I want to use something different. So I said an arrow, which is what I'm going to do. The arrow essentially just says, because my recommendation is integrate a good AI note-taking tool. I give some examples. You can please check in my in my post, and I'll link to it. Anyway, there's several tools out there that can be used. And so they can be integrated with Microsoft Teams. So what happens is once it transcribes, it can get that send it over. In the meantime, also actually what happens is that the tool has it has the ability to take the transcript itself. The only thing is that if it's not present, it won't be able to do it. Okay, so you can either integrate that, or if you're someone and maybe it's okay, your company is okay with it, you can get the transcript and upload it also to an AI tool like ChatGPT, like Claude, like Gemini, or whatever, and ask it to give you those items. Create a summary, create a detailed or short summary, create some action items, and show who is doing what type thing. Okay. So that's what I'm going. So just a quick context. So anyway, um and this is intentional. So I'm doing one thing at a time so that I'm not adding many things. But here we go. I'm going to change the background, but we'll get to that. So again, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm just being quiet, waiting. Hopefully it won't take long because this is already done. And we're just editing it, but it takes a minute. Um, And like I said, I prefer that it takes a little bit longer than it used to before, because before it would just spill things out. But the thing is that it wasn't very good quality images. But now it's improved. It's taking a bit of time to think about it in the background. Of course, it's working, it's magic, whatever it's doing. Um, and especially with the ability with the reasoning. Okay. And it creates a much better image. Come on, come on. All right. Oh, wait. Mhm. Okay. So, wow, this is ending up being longer probably than I would like. But I wanted to create a quick short video, so I don't want a long video here. But it's okay. Let's see what it does. Um, they'll edit out the waiting times or something. The other thing in the meantime, as it's coming, so there, it created it. That's great. Is when you see this annotate here, you can. we can decide how to use this. That little, what do you call it? That little tool there. So as you see here, it says select. So we can select what maybe the image we want, text. I like that. Actually, you can add text, additional text if we want to. This is usually to stamp it. Um, and this is spotlighting something. This will be eraser. So if we want to erase, for example, if I wanted to erase that arrow that I just said to put, this will may add color. Okay, and we'll see. This is new actually, so I'm going to actually test it out myself because I haven't done it this way. So the next thing I was going to ask it to change the background, but maybe we'll test this out together and see how that works. So undo. So if here we want to undo the last action we requested it to change, and then redo it and put it back. Here, if you want to clear, delete something, usually it says clear, but it's delete. Then here it's usually save or download. And options more, dock the toolbar. So it's putting it back to down here. And then let's see, who can see what you share here? Recording. Okay. Oh, give me a minute. Who can see what you share here? Recording on. Wait. This might actually be a Zoom tool, not necessarily. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Orange. This, I think, is a Zoom tool. Let's see, close it. Yeah, that is a Zoom tool. I'm sorry, guys. It's not, it's not a ChatGPT tool. Okay, so we're done with this. I'm going to leave it as it is. And here's what I'm going to do, the good thing. So now what has happened is that these images are being saved. As you see here, it's now saving it. It's saving it into the library. Um, the interesting thing is this, it saves every version that we use. So these are some that I created before that were to do with the things I changed. As you can see here, um, not taking. Okay. As you can see here, an AI not taking. These are the versions of what I did. And I'm also going to do the same thing. So I'm going to now show you that actually when you go in the library, there are two ways. You can either start a new chart, okay, or you can actually create an image from within the image library. This was auto-created by ChatGPT or OpenAI. You can go here and say, I'll create it, or we can actually click on what we have and edit it. As you see here, it says edit the image, okay? The option it gives us edit image or download it. This is save, which is, edit. So I'm going to edit because I want to do something more. So here, what I want, make the background. These are my brand colors, so that's why I'm asking for the same colors. Make the the background. Okay, background of gradient. Gradient means it's changing the colors. Actually, let me change it up. I've been using gradient, but I'm gonna, yeah, let's do it. Gradient of lime green and purple. I'll say light purple color. Now here, if you have your hex codes for the colors, you can also add them. I do have that, but I just want to do this because it's not a big deal, okay? So I'm gonna click here, enter, for it to create that. So as you can see, it goes in between these. Here it shows you that this is already in the library. So that's where I did that from. But it's doing whatever it needs to do, okay? All right. So the demo is to show you that now, a couple of things, three things. Right now, first of all, they've removed the option here. There used to be another little icon here that says create image. Okay, that has been removed. What they've enabled is that we can just actually create, use any prompt, which is an instruction to create that image from a new chart or within the library for images. They've created that. I don't think we can rename this. I'll probably rename it to image library, but I think those are things they're going to work out because I do check on OpenAI to see any updates. There are many, trust me. It's not just OpenAI. AI is moving at a lightning speed. It's not even funny. So um, I periodically check to see what the updates are. But one of the things is that I saw is some people made already suggestions. The ability to either remove some images, the ability to um, be able to organize images and things like that, like if you can create a folder within the library. So these are no things they will work through. But if you've been in tech, if you worked in tech, you do know that you work and get something out immediately if it's working well. And then later on, you can decide, you can do iterations to update it. So do you see that? This is beautiful, actually. I like how this one came out. Um, so that is what. So this would be ready. I'm happy with it. I'll download this and do it. Otherwise, the other thing you can go if you go here, remember it saves every version. So I can go back here. Um, man, it was displaying this well. I think something is happening. It might be that there are many people are now testing out because they release some other releases. So I think many people are testing this out. So it's not coming out good because this were being displayed. It takes a minute, as you can see, to get displayed. So I do know one of the founders, Sam Altman. He he did say he was asking people that they're burning through GPUs. They're burning through the amount of tokens that are being used to create images because of the amount of releases they've done and people are testing all kinds of things. So now they're putting limits. This is the free version. I don't know if they'll allow me actually because they say they're only allowing like three limits. You can create three images. So I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, so we started from here. We went to here. We went to here. This is what I want to do now. I want to do a different one. And I'll say that make the background. Now, remember before I said a gradient is where actually a color is coming out and transitioning into another. Now I'm going to ask it to make it a mixture, make the background a mixture of lime green and light purple. And around the two logos, make it like an outline of beige color. Let's see how this comes out. All right. I'm also experimenting with you. So just so you know that. Team AI Tools logo. Okay. So that is interesting. It's creating it from here. Um, anyway, here we are. So two things here. Because remember I started out creating this logo or this image, sorry, from a new chat GPT, it adds it to my chats here, okay? We'll see how it does that if you started creating this from the library. I'm not sure, I don't know if now it brings those prompts that we created here and adds them onto the chat list or not. Um, but we'll see. I'm also learning somehow. The thing with this is that when there are any updates, okay, it's not just that little part. The many other things that are taken into account, considered how the new update behaves. Because what happens is that as it's doing that, let's see, as it's doing that, as it's updating that, um, it will end up actually um, not affecting, but behaving differently sometimes in different areas. And so that's why I wanted just to have that, just to see what that experiment is. Ooh, a network error. So here's what I'm seeing, a network error occurred. I don't know if it's the network on my side or if it's within here. A network error occurred. Please check your connection. So getting started. Let me see. Retry. I just hit retry and let's see if hopefully. Sometimes when it says network, it's not necessarily my network. It's again could be a bunch of many people using the system. In this case, the ChatGPT. So that's what might be the problem, but we'll see. So this will be the last one, and then I'll shut this down. um, takes a minute. Takes a minute. It's cooking up, cooking up, cooking up, cooking up, cooking up, cooking up. Mm. All right, come on. Saying getting started. So I may have bought this because I think it could be the network is slow because getting started for a long time. When it says getting started, it's really starting. So it may take a bit longer than maybe I would like it to. So the main thing though is that at least I wanted to show you where you can do this. So let's summarize what happened today. One, I wanted to talk about the change of image creation. Number one, the images are much better. And so it takes longer. The reason for that, it's now reasoning. There's a bit of more deeper reasoning or deeper thinking, as it's called, deep think, if you've heard of that word. Um, oh, look at that. So that's not what I expected, but that's okay. At least I wanted to show the differences, what we can do. You've reached the image limit. Yes. So there you go. This is my free version. I'm grateful actually they gave me more than because they were saying three. And I think this maybe is the fourth or something. Um, but I'm grateful. So it made it beige. This is not what I wanted exactly. I was hoping that it would do it around here, but you know, it's okay. If I was to use this, I'll probably use it. That's okay. It's not the best, but it's what it is, okay? Especially if you're using this for posts. Okay, it's not anything that I'm going to do. Okay, so there we are. I'm going to go back here to the library and see, you see, it shows here a little bit in the icon. So that means that it's been taken in. So anyway, so those are the things I wanted to show you. These are other images from before my post before. And actually I created them from here before before this was updated. So I think it auto took some. Now, another thing I want to show you is quick here. I've created many images. Usually I start with create an image, and you're going to see that I have many that may come up. Oops, where is the search? Create an image. Sorry. Actually, these are the images, okay? All of these are images that I've created. However, they haven't been brought over. So this starts from when this version was released. It's not retroactive, okay? That's the reason. Hence, if you are someone who is going to use this or has used it or doesn't use it as often, and you wonder, hey, where are the rest of my images? It's retroactive, like from 2 days ago. Today's April the 17th. This was released April 15th. Okay, so that's the reason. Um, if you want to access any other images you may have, you can do a search like that, create an image, or however you usually ask ChatGPT to create your images. All right. Okay, so I hope this was helpful and that's interesting. So here it's creating two versions. Look at that. Um, anyway, I hope this was helpful and that we learned something together. Thank you very much, and I'll be posting this. I mean, I'll be sharing this and the links. Thank you.